Morning, Lady and the Frogs here again. It's Monday morning. It's about 8:30. Breakfast is done. Coffee is done. I am going to be doing my post now. I have 20 things to post. Some of it I did on Saturday because they were sort of late Friday sales, and then I didn't go out to the post office because I defrosted the fridge freezer instead. I'm going to have a productive week because bank holiday weekend is coming up. My husband's taken some extra days on either side so that we can get jobs done in this apartment because it's just awful. It's making me depressed just looking at everything, and I know part of it is because I'm running a business out of it and there's stuff everywhere and it's all my fault. But you know, there's also deferred maintenance that needs doing, so that's what I'm doing. So I am going to quickly show you the things that I have sold on my eBay business account. I haven't even looked at my personal one. As if anything's in it sold on there. But I've got some decluttered stuff which I do need to put on my personal account, so it should wake that account up a bit. A fairly decent, well, obviously I've got 20 parcels to do. The ones that are wrapped up are a pair of trousers and something else I've forgotten, and Lego sets. I've sold a fair few of these. These two, which I'll be able to show you actually, because these have both gone to the same person. So obviously that's large letter. So when I send those, I'm sending them second class. The weight is just under 750, so they go for £1.99. So it's okay. They're £10 with free postage. It's not a massive amount of profit. Obviously, I'm only going to get like £5 from it, but it's clearing the decks. I'll be able to show you what I've got in these because obviously, if I've got two of these, I'm not going to be putting them in. I'm not going to be putting them in together. Well, I am going to put them all in together, but it'll go for £2.95. These are the prices that it is. Oh, I stuck these down well, didn't I? Right, so this is the sort of thing that it is. So obviously there's no room in there for me to jam the contents of the other one in because I do pack them nicely. So I'm just going to put all of these in this box, which I've got ready, along with the other ones that I've got here. So all I do is I've numbered them all. It's just basic numbering that I've done on them. I should have brought a knife in, but I didn't. Always carry a knife. Gibbs rule number 1 or something. So that is one of the ones which has got sort of vehicle parts in it. So those two have sold to the same person. I'm going to bag all them up together, keeping them away from the other ones. I feel like I'm going to get confused. Those are all of the ones which I've got up there, but I don't think I've messed up yet. Well, they probably haven't even got them yet. Who even knows? Right, so other things that I've sold this dude who you can't see. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? So, you know, what is he? Just like a Frankenstein geezer. £2.50 for him. This, which I kind of wanted to keep, it did have a little flaw in the production on it there, but Football Italia, love this, really want. When I found this, and this was just after they'd won the Euros, I was just like, oh, I really want to keep this because it reminds me of Football Italia on Channel 4, because I used to dance around and then go into the Channel 4 logo. It was probably one of the first times they actually ever did that. So I have got £17 for that. I mean, ideally this box should be being used for that, but I'm sure I've got some other ones of them, and then obviously I'll put an outer box on it. So the Lego sets, I've got another 3 there going out. Oh, more Lego. I've sold that for £12.99. It's just a basic thing. It had the tail fin missing. You've probably seen it on a previous video. so that's fine. This is a really simple water skiing thing that I got $3.99 for. This I have sold. I found this in the street. I've just got £10 for that. Didn't get much of a clear out this year from the students. Usually they'd put it all in the bin and I go and take it. This, I think I got £11 in the end. Somebody was sort of like debating what they wanted to pay me for. Or maybe just, no, it's probably 10 actually. It's only white stuff. It's just a basic blouse. It has been on for a bit, so I just thought, oh, sod it. I'll take the offer. I've accepted 12 for this. It's dancing leopard. But there was a flaw in the stitching. I've had to do a repair on it, so it's not going to get the money that it should do because of that issue. Then I've got a little vest by Cath Kidston. Cath Kidston it's just not as, it's not the prices that it was in the shop. I should have gone there and bought all her oilcloth material, because she did have some nice material in those shops, but there you go. This is a decent sale. I have got £25 for this, which is the same price I got from one that was new with tags. It is Ted Baker. I can't believe this, but I have hoovered in here, but then you see my husband's decluttered his wardrobe, because I have got, you know, just to add to how much I've got to do, I've now got a load of stuff which he's decluttered to list. You know, this is the trouble, you declutter and then you think, oh, I must put it on eBay, you know, so technically it's still with you. It just seems to take so long to do anything. Something that I earmarked 2 months ago is still sat on our kitchen counter because I just haven't got the will to pull out the box and package it. It's a fat fryer as well, you see, so it's like, although I've cleaned it twice, it still feels dirty. I want to get that listed. These, some really small skinny jeans. These will probably come back on a return. I have loads of returns open at the moment. Mint velvet. They sent me an offer and well, I counted and then I just thought, oh, do you know what? Yeah, okay, £15, fine, let's take it. These are I've had loads of interest in these. I have another pair of these in sort of just a sort of sky blue. They're called Cash, but they're linen and tencel, so they are really nice. I had them on for 25, and I think I sent an offer of, I must have sent an offer for 20, because I'm going to put the next ones on for 20, so I can't think that I would have like gone higher than that, lower than that. Or no, higher on an offer, I don't know. But the point is they're going. So, you know, before the summer is completely over, get rid of the shorts. This, somebody sent me an offer on this as well. I probably could have held out for this, but this has been kicking around for ages. Hobbs, it's just a wool skirt. It's nice, but if somebody offers me £15, I'm going to take it. This has been around for ages as well. I won't even better show you hardly any of this because it's longer than a doorway. Who the hell is longer than a doorway? It's no wonder it's taken me so long to sell it. Not that anybody is on a cruise. And if you are on a cruise, don't you remember what happened? Don't you remember how it got here? So really, 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 really long sort of halter neck, what do you call it, maxi, if you're like, I think even Naomi Campbell would struggle with the length of this. Monsoon, I know that somebody has struggled with the length of this because I've accepted an offer based on the fact that it's got like heel marks on the hem because it's too flipping long. So that'll probably come back when somebody realises that it's actually for a giraffe. And then I've got this, which, you know, let's do a bit of box on. Oh, look at that. Fits so well. Oh. This is a Lego set. I sent one of the. That was when I had to walk the streets like a nomad, trying to find a UPS drop-off point. I am going to be very careful with this one and make sure that I don't end up packing it over the weight of 2 kilograms, so I don't have to trawl around trying to find somebody who's accepting parcels. This one isn't as big as the other one that I've sold, but thank goodness that I've listed both of these and they've sold within less than a week. So that's 2 things which is out of my hair. Oh, it's all nice inside as well. It hasn't got the instructions in it, but clearly the parental desperation has taken hold and children need Lego to distract them. Parents need to distract their children with Lego. So fairly decent thing. I probably should have said that there was marks on this lid, which I didn't notice before. I didn't even think about. So that's going off. I got £20 for that. I bought that off eBay because it had some other parts in it. It had some pirate parts and some vintage stuff. So although that is modern, I bought it and pulled out all the vintage bits which I've got for another set. They were like pirate sets, and I think I've possibly sold it. Yes, I have. I got 25 for it because it was sort of just a little pirate set and some other sundry bits that are in it. So this is technically my money back because I think I paid £20 for it, but I took the risk because I could see these other bits in it. So not a fantastic purchase, but it's something that I need. I should have just done that ages ago. Right, that's everything. I know it probably doesn't seem like that much, but because I've got, you know, a number of these Lego sets over there, which I'm not going to open because they're just, I've got one in there which has already got the label on, and then these which are just, I really hope I don't mess them up. I feel like I'm going to. Anyway, right, let's get this parcelled up and hopefully to the post office, and hopefully I can print labels off. Last week when I had problems printing labels off, nobody else seemed to have those problems. I don't know why. It was something that was unique to me. But there you go. Right, let's crack on. Okay, had a freshen up and t-shirt change. The postie stopped me as I was coming in. I think they're returns, so you know, let's see. There's somebody else, it would appear, is using these to send Lego in, so let's see if it goes for a Burton on the actual travelling around the country extravaganza. Of course, you can't get into it. Can't get into it, no. This should be just some... What did I buy? See, I'm on a sourcing ban, but yeah, I bought them. These should be just minifigures. Oh, they've stuck them to the parcel. Oh, good. Although I have lots of minifigures, I don't seem to have enough for what I'm doing. What the hell have they done here? Alright, so it's stuck down, but it's not actually in. Oh, they're really dirty. Oh, these are really dirty and they're everywhere. Right, so lots and lots of minifigures which are now everywhere. These are very discoloured, so I mean, should I get angry now and send them back as a return? I paid £3 something for this plus the postage, and so although it's not that woman's hair, that's a pirate figure. That's a pirate figure, I needed some of these dudes because I've got a... I don't seem to have any of vintage firemen. So they're all stuck to the parcel because although they put them in plastic, they didn't actually close it properly. There's lots of dismembered arms. I don't know what this thing is about. Children seem to have about wrenching arms off. I've also got a load of these, which are just the... What are they? They are the Castle Knights things. Terrible. They looked better in the picture. I mean, what has happened there? How is that even possible? It's a shame because I really need some. I really need these. I've got a set which needs these guys. Just shows what kind of child I was growing up. So I've got 2 firemen. I think I've got various race cars which are missing this guy. I think I've got another race thing that's missing that. Or it might be the... What have I got here? I've got an airport set which I think needs this guy. Anyway, it's a good little buy, even though, you know, they've had a bad life, these minifigures. But oh, I've got him as well. That's from, like, I think I've got the hook and hauler takes that. I think a lot of these cars which I sell really easily. Anyway, let's see what these returns are like. See, I suspect that these occasion wear dresses have been worn for the occasion, and they've sent them back. All right, this woman's had this, just didn't like it. Just didn't like it. You know, there was no deception in this skirt. So this has come back, so I've got to refund this. They've had this for absolutely ages. This went off at least 3 weeks ago. They've worn that. They've worn that. Lying cunts. I'm going to find these people. I'm going to look up this woman's name on Facebook, and she'll be stood there in that dress. Bitch! Holy, I mean, what is this? This looks like they haven't used the returns thing, but I'm pretty sure this is a return because I haven't bought anything. This looks like a Hoover bag. And I don't know how I'm going to get in here without slicing up whatever's in there. Oh, what if it's all the way up here? I don't think I've cut it. I'm actually quite mystified as to what this is. I don't remember buying anything. What is this? Thank you for allowing me to return these jeans. My husband tried to squeeze into them, but he is too tight. They are lovely and excellent condition, quality. He is gutted they do not fit. Right, I was expecting that to be... Oh, I've got a zip bag, so that's good. At least I didn't cut that in half. So at least I'll be able to use that for one of my many Lego sets. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so they didn't use the return system, but never mind. You know, at least that doesn't, you know, doesn't go on my return thing. So those are the Paul Smith jeans. So I'll fling those back on, give them a return, give them a refund, and, you know, move on. I was expecting a dress back, which is one of the returns which I've got open, because actually this should technically, so that'll close one return, and then I've got another one that's open. I've got a few of people who've contacted me, just asked for my address, which I've just given them my address. So hopefully they'll, you know, forget, and that won't happen. I had a damsel in the dress thing that somebody bought, which obviously they didn't want. But, you know, there we go. That hasn't come back. Oh, I've got some spare bits of Lego here. My quest for the rest of the day is to get the Lego sets, which I have on here, because I have all these Lego sets sat out here. Let's just show you the ones I can pick up. I need to get these photographed and listed, and there's still a few that I've got to build. I mean, I should enjoy doing this one because this is one of my castle sets, but I haven't done it. I don't know. I need to do it. I need to get it done. It's just, I feel like I want to achieve so much, and I wanted to achieve so much in August, and now what are we on? 20 something. I don't even know. We're on the 23rd today. I'm trying to work out where I am with everything, because yeah, I've only got a week left of my auction allowance, and I'm very close to using all my auction allowance for once. You know, it's something that is unheard of, but because I did my stock take at the beginning of the month and I moved so much of it to auction, my recurrence on them is actually using a lot of it up, and some of the stuff just hasn't sold. But I think I did end up sending at least 150 things to auction, and then, you know, things have sold, but then relisted. I don't know. It says I've only got a few left, so I'm having to keep an eye on that, because I don't want to start getting charged for sending garbage to auction. I'd really like to just go through it all and just redonate a load of it, because the overwhelm is very real. At one point you're thinking, I must build my business, and then before you know it, you have more stock than you can even think about. The anxiety of being unable to source during lockdown just means that when you are able to source, you sort of go a bit crazy with it, and there's no happy medium. And I don't know why I was like that anyway, because I've always been able to source this Lego, so it doesn't, you know, I would never end up stuck. But anyway, let's get some bits photographed and listed. I also have over here a box of stuff which I'm going to probably go through ironing and pressing that and try and get some of that photographed. But I've got shoes that sat there, some books, and this Lego, which I need to get out of the way. And then of course, because I keep decluttering things, because I'm doing a 30-day decluttering challenge, I keep adding to the pile. I'm not doing myself any favours. Right, let's do something. It's nearly 11:30. This is silly. Hello, it's Tuesday now. I have just, in the process of pulling out my very small amount of stuff which I've sold, just pulled together some bits which I'm going to put in the charity bin, because I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go to B&M, because I need oven cleaner, we need toothpaste, I think I need mayonnaise, because, you know, when you've got crap to eat, mayonnaise is important. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So yesterday was really crap for sales. I am in the process of sorting things out here, hence the ironing board, hence the massive pile of stuff here which I've ironed. But I'm just going to go and throw these in the post, drop that stuff off at the charity, go up to B&M, get bits. So this has sold on auction. This is Zara. I ended up having to do a repair on this, hence why it's only gone for 99p. Why all these people that do really well with Zara, I just don't get it. So that's going. Hopefully if I'm lucky, might be able to get this into small parcel size. What have we got going on here? Can we do it? Probably not the way I've just folded it like a cack-handed idiot. No, that's it. Yep, done. Then I've got this. This I've had for over 2 years. This is something I got for £1, and I really like it. I think it's a really nice, like, 60s mod type thing. But apparently nobody else liked it. Warehouse. Somebody's just offered me £7 for that, but it has got the free postage on it, so it's not massively good, you know. But I did only pay £1, and it's been there since the beginning of time. So hopefully this one will also go small parcels. Things look really little, and then when you fold them up, they start to look bigger, and obviously the zip down the back is impinging like that, so that's okay. And then I've got these, which I did kind of just want to check these. Oh, that's all sticky now from the label. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just give up. So this is one of these stupid things which I bought from Sainsbury's because we were in lockdown. I have had a lot of interest in these because they're wet look PVU things. Obviously I got them in the sale, so it's got a little bit of adhesive on there, which is now transferred over here. I need to put something like a piece of plastic over that just to stop it transferring. I think I've paid £12 for these. I really do. I think I've messed up on this. I think I've paid £12 for this, and I've sold them for 15 with free postage. So this is a fail. You know, I know a lot of people do really well with Sainsbury's too, but I you know, I picked up two twos the other day in the charity shop, and I actually put them back because I was just like, what are you doing? You need your head testing. You know, just because they've got really nice prints on them, if it isn't dogs and if it isn't cats, it's not coming back. And the thing is though, I mean, technically £15 is really good for these, but it would have been great if I'd paid 2, but I know I didn't. I know I've paid more like 12, maybe 8 if I'm lucky, but still not good. But you know, we can blame Boris Johnson, because Boris Johnson is to blame for everything. It's his fault that we're making bad decisions. It's his fault that we're in this shitty boat. So anyway, yeah, I don't like Boris Johnson because I've realised just lately exactly why I'm so cross with him in regards to, well, everything. Because it's been a year now since my brother died, and we couldn't see him when he was really, really ill. The whole point of moving him up closer to where my parents was is so that we could actually be with him in the last year of his life, and then that didn't happen, and he would have just sat there just feeling abandoned. And there's this scene in It's a Sin where one of the main protagonist, he's dying of AIDS basically, and his friends are camped out in a hotel, but the mother will not let them go and see the guy that's dying. And then eventually it appears that she relents, and she's standing there on the pier next to the sea saying, oh yes, you know, I realise now I should have let you come and see him. I should have let you come and see him earlier. And they're like, what, well, can we see him now? And she's like, no, he died last night. And it's that emotion, watching that, you're just so angry at that mother. But that's exactly how Boris Johnson has treated us all with regards to this lockdown business, because the place never had COVID. I mean, yeah, they locked down before the government insisted on doing it, but we could have easily gone and seen my brother in some way. But it's an absolute disgrace, and it's that emotion that you feel watching that bit of It's a Sin is how I feel about Boris Johnson, and I will always hate, you know, it's it's unforgivable. It is totally unforgivable. I thought I might feel different in, you know, the passage of time, but I'm not. The more the passage of time goes, the more I'm angry. And having had COVID myself and been so ill with absolutely no help from the NHS, I'm even more angry. I can absolutely see things for what they are, and that's the problem. So, onwards and upwards. I'm going to go and do this post. I'm going to go and get these bits that I need, because I just want to declutter a lot of stuff. I don't see the point in hanging on to these physical possessions anymore when you feel crap about things. Well, some of my brother's bits are in here, which is probably why I'm a bit raw this morning, because there's just stuff in there which has just annoyed me. Which is why I'm taking it to the charity bin on the way out, because you just got to rip the band-aid off, I think, at some point. So there we go. You know, sorry, I'm being negative. Right, I'm going to go and do these errands. Okay, I came back some time ago from B&M. I haven't actually got rid of my stuff. It's all just basic stuff like sponges, things that sound noisy. I bought this because they're having a blowout sale of just general tat, really. Most of it is just stuff which you don't want. But I know that our baking trays always look like we're probably just feeding ourselves rust. So I got that because that was £3, which is probably excessive pricing. I don't know. I never know how much things cost, because you don't like buy a baking tray on a regular basis, do you? It's not my fault that you keep crashing around. Toothpaste, bleach, because you can, you know, I begrudge paying too much for bleach. Got some glue because we need to do something to the lino when we do the repairs. And then I've got this because they didn't have that other one that you see them raving about on the adverts, but that just looks exactly the same. That was only $1.99 anyway, so, you know, I'm sure elbow grease, I'd swear by it everywhere else. Oh, and it's got gloves in it, so that's nice. Hopefully I'm going to get the kitchen sorted this week. I'm going to get a lot of things sorted this week. I've come in and I've just been listing a few bits, so I'm going to carry on listing, because I've got a big pile of stuff to take photos of, and I think, to be honest, I'd like to get through the pile of stuff which I've got photographed first, because some of this stuff that I've got here is just dirge. It's not stuff I would have necessarily picked up, and I think that's the trouble, is that sometimes if you haven't picked it up, and I've got a whole load of stuff which has been donated to me, which is appreciated, and some of it is really great, but some of it is stuff which I wouldn't necessarily pick up, so I just need to just get it on, because I feel like I'm overwhelmed in a lot of stuff. I mean, it's Tuesday and I haven't gone sourcing, so, you know, I am being behaved. I just well, I have actually made a list of everything that I want to get done. So this is generally the stuff I want to get done in the next month or so, because it was a bit far-fetched me getting it done all in August, and because I ended up going out and going sourcing, I have brought things back. So I'm going to clean the oven, I'm going to clean all the cupboards in the kitchen, I'm going to empty everything out and get rid of what we don't need. There's stuff in there, I mean, I don't even know what food we've got in there, because there's just too much. We're laying the lino down at the weekend, because we've got some more lino, because it's a terrible mess, this kitchen. So we need to do that. So that's why I've got to do the oven and this clear out, which is why I defrosted the fridge freezer on Saturday. So at least I know that's bit done. It's just the cupboards that need looking at. And then in the process of doing this job, it means that we'll be going into the utility cupboard, which is in the hall, which has got lots of stuff that we've bought to do jobs, and frankly I'd like to actually be able to use that utility cupboard to put things in. I mean, at the moment I have to like lift the hoover above my head in order to put it away in the top box, because there's that much stuff in there. So we will be tackling that. So this week I am going to put away all this Lego, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get on to being able to finish doing all my Lego this week. I need to be practical. I need to try and get through other things, so that probably is going to get put aside. So then I've got all of this stuff that I've put here to declutter. I want to get the covers off this sofa, which is an ordeal, taking them off. Well, not taking them off so much, but putting them back on again is like an endurance test. Sweating everywhere. But before the summer is over, I'd like to get all of these covers off and washed, so that they obviously dry in the summer-ish months. And I've got to do all my filing, my tax return. Another thing we've got to do this weekend is we've got to put the fire door bracket isn't right, so we've got to deal with that. I'm probably going to get rid of the hat stand and declutter my coats and things, so that the hallway is probably going to be more spacious, because a hat stand just takes up too much room, and it's not the 1920s. Don't need a hat stand, so you can come in and like throw a hat. It doesn't happen. It's just wasting space. And then possibly sort out the storage situation that's there. So that's what I've got there, and I've got a list of like health appointments that I'm supposed to be making, but I don't know. I want to get my flu jab, but they won't let you book a flu jab until they've had the drop-ins of the flu jab, and I don't want to get in. I hate going into these drop-in things. I've been to them twice now, and it's just a circus, and I just do not want to go into a drop-in for it. So I'll have to look into that. I've got to have an asthma check, because I always have that done at the same time I have my flu jab. And if I don't have it done, they'll just suddenly unceremoniously stop sending my inhalers, which will just, they don't tell you, they just do these things just to be aggravating. But I also need to make an appointment with Insure Hospital, because I do go and see them, and then I've got to have the 3 yearly women's thing, but I'm having trouble booking that, because for 2 weeks of a month I tend to be on a period at the moment, so it's a bit awkward knowing when I'm not going to be on a period. So those are the things that I've got to do, and yeah, I think I just need to be realistic, put my Lego away, and try and get through these clothes that I've got sat here. So that's what I'm going to do this week, because I think tomorrow I'm going to end up starting on the kitchen clean in case it becomes a palaver. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to get on with, and I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get on with things. So goodbye from the lady and the frogs.